Hey there, and welcome. In this crazy, fast-paced world we live in, it feels like we're just bombarded with information all the time. And finding guidance that actually feels timeless and, relevant to our lives, that can be a huge challenge. We're all trying to figure out relationships, careers, just personal growth, and we're looking for some real clarity.
So it really begs the question, right? With all this noise, where do we find a clear voice? It's something so many of us are asking, especially if you're a young adult trying to build a life that actually means something. I mean, you've got all these voices pulling you in a million different directions telling you who you should be. How do you find a compass that's actually true?
And that's really the heart of the modern dilemma, isn't it? We're all searching for some kind of wisdom to help us with work, with family, with all the stuff going on inside our own heads. But here's the thing. We need it to feel like it applies to right now, not like some dusty old history lesson. So what if the way we receive that wisdom, the format itself, was actually part of the solution?
Okay, so think about this for a second. Instead of a typical book that you read from cover to cover, like a story, imagine a collection of individual, standalone reflections. This isn't something you're meant to binge read in a weekend. Nope, this is something you savor, one piece at a time. It's designed to give you a moment for real daily contemplation.
And we're not just talking about a handful of quotes here. We're talking about a collection of around 300 distinct messages. 300! That number alone tells you something about the sheer depth and breadth of the guidance packed inside. It covers this huge landscape of what it means to be human.
So how are you supposed to engage with this? Well, the idea is this really simple but powerful rhythm. First, you read just a single message. That's it. Then you just pause. You let it sink in. And finally, you think, okay, how can I apply this to my day? It completely transforms learning from this, academic thing into a real, practical, daily habit.
All right, so this unique approach, it's the absolute core of the book we're talking about today, Messages from the Prophet, by the best-selling author Adham Sharqawi. It's truly designed to be this accessible, relevant companion for our modern lives.
So just the key details here, it came out in 2023, and it's a really popular new work from Adham Sharqawi, who's become a major voice, especially for younger readers. And his style, it's simple, it's moving, it's just so accessible, which is exactly what you want for a collection like this.
Now, this is super important to get. The author's whole approach is based on this idea called affective emulation, or Iqtida. And look, the goal of this book is not to be some dry academic text filled with complicated historical details. No way. It's all about fostering a personal, emotional connection to the Prophet's example. It's meant to inspire you, not just dump information on you. It's about feeling it in your heart, not just knowing it in your head.
Wow. I mean, this quote from the author himself just says it all, doesn't it? A flash of its beauty and a drop from the flood of its magnificence. See, the goal isn't just to teach, it's to give you that feeling of awe. It's about creating an immediate emotional and moral impact that makes this wisdom feel totally alive. So that sounds great, but how does that actually play out in our day-to-day lives?
Well, this focus on that emotional connection, it's not just some abstract idea. It's designed to be incredibly practical. The book takes these powerful examples and translates them directly into guidance that helps with the real, messy, everyday challenges that we all go through.
Just look at the stuff it covers. We're talking love and marriage, family and neighbors, friendships, how you act at work, all of it. This is not abstract stuff at all. It's about how we treat each other. The book really hones in on what's known as mu'amalat, which is basically the ethics of how we interact with people every single day.
And that, right there, is the book's real superpower. It's this incredible ability to take these classic prophetic teachings and connect them directly to our world right now. It shows you how this timeless wisdom isn't just old stories. It's something you can use today for whatever you're facing.
Okay, so you take that unique structure and you combine it with this super relevant content. And it's no surprise that this book has hit home big time with a certain group of people. Students, young adults, basically anyone who's trying to figure out their place in the world.
In a lot of ways, this book is like an antidote to the digital chaos we're all swimming in. Think about it. We spend so much time just endlessly scrolling through social media. It's all so fragmented and superficial. This book, it offers a moment to be grounded. It's real substance in a sea of noise.
And that's exactly why the structure is so brilliant. It's almost perfectly designed for our modern attention spans, right? Each message is like a piece of moral micro-content. It's short, it's high impact, it's an ethical lesson you can absorb in a minute, but then spend all day thinking about. It's designed to stick with you and actually leave a mark.
All right, so we've talked about what this book is, why it works, and how to approach it. But you've probably noticed something. We haven't shared a single one of those 300 messages. Not one. And believe me, that was completely intentional.
See, what we wanted to do here was give you the map, the invitation. But the actual journey, that's all you. The experience of discovering these messages for yourself, of finding the one that hits you right in the heart exactly when you need it, that's a personal quest. And it's yours and yours alone to take.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Out of those 300 messages covering pretty much every part of life, which one is waiting to find you? Which piece of guidance is going to feel like it was written just for the challenge you're facing, or the question that's been on your mind today? Really, there's only one way to find out.